welcome to The Successful CEO. It's actually December, we've just gone past Christmas, so we're coming up to the new year. So we thought we'd do another video for you. Today, we have someone really lovely. She's a really good friend of mine. I've been working with her for about a year now. Her name is Soraya. Hi, Soraya, how are you?
Hi, Zeeshan. Good to see you. How are you?
I am really well. It's cold here in London. How's it in Miami?
I try not to talk about the weather on these calls. It is nice and warm here. Thank you.
Good. I'm glad to hear. Hence why I'm in this and you're in that, so that kind of works. Nice. So, Soraya, tell us about yourself. Who are you?
I am Soraya Depowski. I am the founder and CEO of Sharely, and Sharely is a company that's on a mission to empower everyday people to make a meaningful, measurable difference on local and global issues as they grow their wealth. I'm sure we'll be talking more about Sharely.
Wow.
I am also the mother of a 6-year-old little boy named Caden, and wife of an awesome husband who's very supportive of all that I'm putting us through for Sharely.
There you go. We can just end the conversation there because you just rounded that off perfectly. Amazing. So I'm guessing you had a fantastic Christmas with your lovely family as well, right?
It was nice. It was actually calm, which is what I strive for every year and rarely achieve. So it was pretty good. How about yours?
We're winning. Mine was great. It was too busy, too much happening. So this is a nice lull for me. Amazing.
Nice.
So tell us about Sharely. What does Sharely do? And obviously lean into why you started it as well.
Sure. And thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to share my story here.
You
Appreciate
are
it.
always welcome.
So Sharely, really the vision started when I realized that it's no secret, there's so much power and profitability in the capital markets. I spent some time at Goldman Sachs, so was very much exposed to this, the privilege that comes along with having access to an investment account. I also have a passion for social impact, for helping to level the playing field, for people who were just born in less fortunate circumstances than I.
Nice.
And kind of straddling these two worlds throughout my career to date, I felt that there's an opportunity to bring these two worlds together in a new way, kind of bridge the gap between the money that's being made off the capital markets and really high impact organizations that are solving the world's greatest challenges. So once I realized that seems that no one else is doing exactly what I had envisioned, that's kind of what brought me to launch Sharely, and partner with brokerage firms to offer software and tools that makes it seamless for anybody who has a brokerage account to help literally share, hence the name Sharely, some of their profits with these high-impact nonprofits working in a cause area that's important to them. And I think it's very important for people to be able to see the tangible impact in terms of, lives being improved in which ways, or environmental outcomes that we're helping to achieve with donations. So we provide very detailed impact reporting back to the individuals who are sharing some of their profits.
Wow, that's a lot, really, isn't it? But it sounds like the ultimate goal, and correct me if I'm wrong, from what I've understood from what you just said, is to help people, to help society, to help the environment, right?
Absolutely. There is so much work to be done in so many areas. To help bring opportunities to people who haven't been given those opportunities from birth, to help save the environment in many ways. And there are a lot of organizations that are doing really data-driven, high-impact work across the board. I like to tie back to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, so kind of categorizing the different areas of need and help. And within each area, there are these organizations doing amazing work and can report back very detailed outcomes that they're able to achieve with, many of them very small amounts of money. And Shirley's goal is to just kind of help create a mainstream mechanism to channel funds towards those organizations, crowdfunding from the capital markets, if you will.
Nice.
And so that we can help move the needle collectively.
That's amazing. I wish there was more people who are doing this sort of work. We've been talking for a while, and it's been hard to find people who do what you do, isn't it? It's been something which I've said a number of times, that it's very hard to find people like Soraya who does this work in this industry and is not running after great big huge piles of cash. And it's actually really truly about helping people. So from myself and from the rest of the world, thank you for trying to help us all.
Thank you.
So tell me, with this vision, this amazing sort of business that you've created, where did you get your inspiration from?
So I will point to my mother, who is she's an inspiration just in my life in general. She has this quiet boldness, if you will. She's resourceful, she's tenacious. When she was 24, she got on a plane to leave Sri Lanka, where she grew up. She had never been out of the country, never been on a plane before. And Sri Lanka, for those who might not be familiar, it's a small tropical island off the tip of India. And she had this vision that she wanted to move to the US. But the story for how she got on that plane is incredible. She had training in Montessori education, and wow. She wanted to get a job as a Montessori teacher in the US. So She started writing to organizations that were affiliated with Montessori schools in the US, and she ended up hearing back from, at first I thought she applied for jobs, that were posted, but no, she was just writing to organizations. She went for it, and the Montessori Foundation of Minnesota ended up loving her letter. They mailed her a plane ticket to Minneapolis, and said she had a job waiting for her in the school.
So she wasn't even in the country. She was just writing physical letters from Sri Lanka.
Yeah, and she didn't even know where Minnesota was, just that it was in the US somewhere. And so she took the ticket, got on the plane, moved here by herself from hot Sri Lanka to the middle of winter in Minnesota. My dad, whom she had just married, came 3 months later. She worked for the school and then went on to open her own school and run it for 30 years. So definitely an inspiration.
Wow. So that sort of work ethic, that get up and go and do it, don't let anyone hold you back. Especially given the time that she would have done this in, it kind of makes sense in terms of what you're doing then in the financial markets, which are traditionally very male dominated and very autocratic, very sort of old boys club. And here you are, you're doing something similar to what your mother does in her honor, so to speak. That's lovely. That's amazing. So knowing that it comes where you come from and what you do and where your inspiration comes, within your organization, there must be something that you're extremely proud of. There has to be that one thing. What is it?
So I'll say I'm very proud and humbled. It's a mixture of the two, by the team that has kind of formed itself.
I had a feeling you weren't going to take credit. You were going to. I had a feeling that was coming.
But it is 100,000% true. Yourself included. It's incredible that these sharp, amazing, impressive people who are experts in their areas and who know much more about many things than I have chosen to come and join Shirley's mission, and who believe in the vision and in this future state that should exist within, more shared prosperity within the financial markets. and people who could easily be, joining later stage companies, making more money, and, just to have endless opportunities, and that they've chosen to come and join me in this mission is just remarkable. So I'm proud and again humbled.
Here's a follow-up question. Why do you think if they have the opportunity to go and join big, organizations and get far more money, as you just said, why are they choosing to join you and Shirley?
They're inspired by kind of a future vision, something that doesn't exist today that they and I and we feel should exist. And that's part of the kind of the story of me becoming a founder and CEO, which I never thought I would be, is again just the vision for a future that we feel responsible for bringing to life. And my team has now, joined, and we all feel responsible for this vision. And I really think that's what it is. Deeper meaning.
You know what? I feel like I'm going to be watching a movie soon called Shirley about how you guys came about and just changed the world in a big swoop. It's going to be great. All right.
I look forward to that.
That's enough about work. What do you do when you're not working? Do you have any downtime? I mean, you've got a young son, you're a wife, a mother, you're running this amazing business. What do you do when you're not working?
So one of those things does take up quite a bit of the downtime, which is my son, but it's a mostly refreshing activity, kind of, seeing the world through the eyes of a child. Doesn't come without its challenges, but I try to, and with your encouragement, making sure to have that time away from work and, really kind of becoming lost in the world of a child, which is really nice and good for the soul. And I try to spend time outdoors as much as possible. Bike riding, just walking, and I meditate. I practice.
Okay, nice.
Some different forms of meditation, but I like these visualization techniques. Joe Dispenza is kind of an author and a thought leader in the space, and it's been really helpful for me. Kind of visualizations of a future state, and kind of embodying the feeling of that future state in the present to kind of just help stay focused, especially when times get tough.
Amazing. And I imagine you apply that philosophy both through your personal life and your work life, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. I think I apply it more so in my work life. Yeah.
It's a good thing to do. It's good to have things to fall back on, and philosophies and ideas and ideologies that can give you some sort of benefit, some sort of insights into how to manage and do things, which is good. It's nice. All right, I have one final question for you before I'm going to let you go off and go sunbathe in the sunshine while we're all freezing. If you could tell the 20-year-olds, the 25-year-olds, all who perhaps are in there, they're working for a big bag bank, something like that, and they're thinking, I'd love to do something in the sustainability, the ESG sector. I'd love to do a leadership thing within that, become a CEO, something similar to what you're doing. What advice would you give them outside of the absolute obvious things like go read more?
I would say, first, make sure that you find the thing that lights you up inside, that really excites you. If it is sustainability, ESG, that's awesome.
Nice.
If it's something else, just spend some time just finding what it is. And it might be something that you don't think can turn into a career, but it can. There are ways. But start with that, because you're either going to, you might go off and start something of your own, you might join or be part of a larger company and rise up the ranks, but it is tough. There are endless challenges, there are sleepless nights, and And you have to be able to hold on to that passion and that excitement to not only get you through, but you need to be the light and the vision, for the whole company at the end of the day. And people have to look to you and see that passion and that excitement day in and day out. So I would say start with the spark and then go for it. And there's nothing that can hold you back.
I love it. Fantastic. This is the last episode of Successful CEO in 2024, and we're going to end on that note. So Soraya, thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much. It's been wonderful speaking to you.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy the rest of your holiday season in the sunshine. Don't send me pictures of the sunshine. Now, if anybody wants to get in touch with you, how can they get in touch with you?
So I am on LinkedIn, Soraya Depowski, and you can always come to Shirley's website as well, shirleyglobal.com.
Amazing. And both those links are in the description below, guys. So please do reach out with Soraya, drop her a note. She's really amazing, as you can see. And we'll see you guys in the next episode. Soraya, thank you so much. Have a wonderful end of 2024. I'll see you in 2025.
Thank you so much, Zeeshan. Same to you. Take care.
Bye-bye.